In this video, we'll show you how to replace the pads and rotors on your Ford F-150. These are located in the rear of the vehicle and behind the wheel. Let's get started. We can go ahead and remove our wheel hub cover. And we can remove our lug nuts with a 21mm. If the wheel is stuck on the hub, we can reinstall one of the lug nuts partway on, and then I'm going to use a dead blow hammer and hit on the back side of the wheel. We can remove the bolts for the slide pins with a 14mm. I'm going to use a small pry bar. You can certainly use a flathead screwdriver. You go ahead and remove the caliper body. We can set this, and we can set that off to the side on top of the leaf springs. Remove our pads. If these are a little stuck, certainly use your flathead and a hammer. We can remove the bracket with a 19mm socket. Thread that in just a little bit to hold the bracket in place. If your rotor is stuck on, you can go ahead and use a hammer right on the hub surface. Be careful though, you don't want to hit the studs. Now we can clean up our hub surface before mounting our new rotor. We want to pay extra special attention to the hub-centric ring in the middle. I'll just be using a wire brush for this. And we can just apply some anti-seize to the hub-centric ring. Try not to get any on the threads of the studs. With our bracket off to the side on a bench, we can go ahead and remove our clips. Now I'll be using a wire brush to clean up the brackets on either side so that our new shims can slide in. We can do the same on the other side of the bracket. Now we can remove our slide pins. It's good to hold on to the boot while you do this, that way it doesn't pull off the bracket. Wipe off any grease from the slide pin. And we'll apply some fresh silicone paste to the pin. When installing, it can be good to pinch the air out of the boot. And we'll do the same to the other pin. Now we'll apply some anti-seize where the shims go. Now we can do the same on the other side. Now we can install our shims. Center the shim and press down. And we can do the same on the other side. We can install our brake rotor. To help hold the brake rotor flat against the hub while we install the rest of our brakes, I'll be using an old axle nut and one of our lug nuts. You can certainly use some washers. Go ahead and install our caliper bracket. We can snug down the bolts. We can torque these to 111 foot-pounds. We can install our pads. When installing your pads, it can help to start with the outside of the pad and then push to the inside. Now we need to compress our caliper. To do that, if you have a caliper compressor, you can use that. If not, a set of channel locks. Will do the job. Now we can install our caliper body. You want to make sure that your brake hose isn't twisted. We can snug those down. And we'll torque these to 24 foot-pounds. We can go ahead and install our wheel. We'll go ahead and snug those down in a crisscross pattern with a 21 millimeter. Now we can torque these to 150 foot-pounds in a crisscross pattern. And we can reinstall our hub cover. Take the vehicle for a road test and make sure it's not making any bad noises or vibrations.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.